Okay, cool. Busy. Yes. So, hello and welcome everybody to Sorta Casual Games Podcast, episode 7.
Happy New Year.
Happy fucking New Year, everybody.
Bit late, but you know.
Yeah, well, Happy New Year. I hope everyone had a wonderful, lovely Christmas and a cool and funky New Year. And if you don't celebrate Christmas, then, you know.
Hope you had a break, at least.
Just chill, have a break, relax, eat food, spend time with family. You know, so, yeah. Anyway, my name is Jay, aka MrGhostProtocol.
My name is Karen, aka Freezergirl 77.
Yes.
Welcome.
77. Welcome.
Yes.
Welcome, Karen.
Welcome, Jay.
Whatever.
Shall we crack on? Because I think we've got quite a lot to talk about today.
Yeah, I've actually got quite a bit to go through. So this podcast might be running a little bit longer than per usual.
All depends on how you edit.
What?
All depends on how you edit.
I don't really edit that much, you know. I literally just chop the beginning, chop the end, and put the bits we need.
Make it into chapters.
And that's kind of annoying, really.
Yeah, so you're gonna have a lot of work to do with this one.
Actually, I think maybe in the future it might be a good idea to kind of have a rough idea of this, so therefore I can already, so I can just go in and like do my graphic design stuff, and so
new year, new learnings.
Basically, when it comes to editing, it's already there. I can just bam instead of doing the designs while I'm editing, because all that takes time.
You're already gonna have to edit this now.
Yes, I know. No, it is. It is what it is. But yeah. Oh, so for those who might not be aware of this, we're actually deciding to record on Tuesdays instead of Wednesdays now. You know, because I need more time to edit and upload it, and it takes a bit long sometimes to upload. So that's why we're now recording on Tuesdays. Right now, to a few people, you probably might not even realise or notice a difference, but I suppose for those like on SoundCloud, you will notice a difference, because that will probably be going up first, because that's like super quick.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's super quick, so yeah. Anyway. So you know, we always start off what we've been playing. Obviously, we had a break holiday, a large period where we had time to chill out and spend time with friends and family, or just by ourselves, or spend the holidays how we want to spend it.
Exactly.
So, how have you been spending your Christmas and New Year's? What games have you been playing, tapping buttons on?
Well, I've completed 2 things, which doesn't sound like a lot. The work that I've had to put in. I played and completed the latest DLC on Shadow of the Tomb Raider, the Pillar, which was short but sweet, kind of cool.
Was it? Didn't you say that you preferred? You preferred that more than the other one, didn't you?
Yeah, I enjoyed it because I'm always maybe a little bit old school when it comes to lore. I like the climbing.
Oh, okay.
A little bit less than like the puzzles.
Yeah.
Climbing and shooting, I'm happy, really. And there's a lot of climbing in the Pillar, because you've got to climb the damn pillar, literally.
Wait, hold on a second. So, why do you prefer this DLC to the first one?
Because there's more climbing. I told you.
Yeah, but there's more in the first DLC in terms of like, you know.
Not really. It's more jumping.
No, but I'm talking about more in terms of like the narrative, like stories. You know, where it gives you more story about.
Yeah,
more,
I mean, in terms
more
of
depth about a character, another character.
In terms of the story, it doesn't really add anything to the game as a whole. But I guess every DLC can't flesh out that much.
Yeah, that's true. Was it? And they did say it's going to be 7 altogether, wasn't there?
Yeah.
So it's like 5 more to go.
I'm hoping there will be like a DLC on Jonah at least.
Yeah. Oh, was it saying that? I actually hope and pray that when they do a DLC, and if it's about him or if it's about Lara and him,
it should be a bit bigger.
Yeah, it should be a bit bigger, and
you get to play together.
Exactly, like where you can was it like a bit like The Last of Us, where you can play like you play with your character, but you have your other character that you interact with in terms of story, narrative, and also assist sometimes in certain.
Yeah, but you don't actually play as them. It's just good to have them
there. Yeah.
Especially if they're, you know, part of the, you know, the main
Well,
reason for the story.
Well, to be honest with you, that's what I thought Shadow was going to be. Like, because a lot of the trailers and stuff were emphasising her and Jonah. So I thought it was going to be like, was it kind of like taking certain elements of The Last of Us, like that part of it. And it kind of didn't, which was a bit weird. And it's funny because I feel like Shadow of the Tomb Raider has taken elements from like other games, especially Uncharted, and kind of put it in there. And I thought that the fact that they kind of emphasised that a lot in the trailers and stuff, I thought that's what it was going to be, where you play a lot with Jonah and get to interact with each other, and you got to, you know, see and experience like their friendship and why they're best friends. But you just never do. So it'd be really good if they could do that for the DLC.
Yeah.
But overall, you really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I preferred the first DLC personally.
Wow.
Yeah.
We always differ when it comes to Lara, I think.
Yes, we do. Definitely.
The second game that I've been mainly playing over the Christmas and New Year period is Detroit Become Human, and I am ecstatically happy to say that I actually achieved the Platinum trophy.
Congratulations!
My first AAA Platinum trophy, 49 trophies in total. I'm not going to lie, it wasn't the easiest, but you know, at least I didn't have to play a game like 3 times on like every single difficulty level, because there's only one difficulty level. I don't really like having to platinum a game that way. Not that I'm a big platinumer, but
if that was the case, that'd be super long. But like, why don't you tell everybody how long you've been trying to do it for? And tell them how often I kept on telling you about, like, why don't you finish it? I thought you was gonna do it. What's going on?
It's been a while. Maybe a few months.
A few months. When did the game come out?
Last year.
Last year when?
Middle of last year.
Middle of last year.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's taking you like 6 months? 6 months.
Yeah, because when I first started looking into getting the platinum, I thought that I had to choose every single. I didn't look into how to platinum the game properly. I thought I had to go choose make every single like route and path and whatever, which is like near. Yeah, I may get there eventually, but it's not actually a trophy. So when I decided just before Christmas that I was going to do this, I decided to put in some serious research work into actually how to get the platinum, and then it all started off with me looking at my trophy list and then realising that the other ones that I didn't have were hidden trophies, so then I had to go and find out what the trophy names was and then go to YouTube and get some decent videos. Because, you know, when you've got to kill Connor 8 times to get a trophy, and you've got to set up certain scenarios to get to certain things and what have you, to make the game shorter, to achieve that one trophy, which was the last trophy that I got, which is called I'll Be Back. Then yeah, that stuff, it takes time.
Okay, but like what?
Serious time.
Okay, but why don't you tell everyone the uncut version how I was the one that was on your back and telling you to do it for how long?
That's not the uncut version.
That is the uncut version. When you started your little story? You didn't say, "Oh, Jay was the one that inspired me to do it."
He encouraged me to do it.
Same difference.
Yes.
It's the same difference.
He encouraged me to do it.
Yes.
It was my first mission of this year to complete my most favourite game from last year and get a good platinum.
And what else was I encouraging you to finish in terms of getting the platinum?
Hellblade.
Okay then.
Which is next on the list. We'll keep you posted as to how I actually get on with that one, because I missed out by one sodding collectible.
Yeah,
the last time I played through it.
Yeah, what's the collectible? Like, what was it?
It's Law Stones.
Law Stones.
Yeah, I missed one.
Damn.
So my research into a YouTube video where it details it better, because that world does get a little bit confusing sometimes.
You must have been pissed.
I was extremely pissed.
I would have been like fuming.
But it's now offset by the sheer delight like getting the Detroit one.
Yeah, I suppose it would be, but the Hellblade one is not that hard.
Well, maybe.
And again, you know what I mean? Like, I have been telling you for God knows how long to do it. It's like a really easy but good and worthwhile trophy to get. Like, it's easy, but when you get it, you know what I mean, you feel quite like some form of achievement.
I plan on focusing a little bit more
on
games this year.
Oh, okay. So basically,
and the way I play them.
So Detroit's your second trophy.
Yeah, but Lara Croft Go, like you said, is nothing.
Yeah, but it's still your first trophy.
It is.
Yeah, yeah.
But my first AAA game.
Okay, and
Detroit, which apparently they said the other day that they've released that they sold 2 million copies of it, which isn't that much actually.
Yeah.
In the grand scheme of things, like if you compare it to like a Red Dead game, then.
Yeah, but you got to remember though, like a game like Red Dead is on multi-platform, where like Detroit is just a PlayStation exclusive.
Oh yeah.
So technically, like they could have still potentially sold more because the the people the gamers that's actually got a PlayStation is quite vast. So like if you compare the numbers to something like, I don't know, Spider-Man or something, I mean, even though Detroit still did well, like 2 million is still good, but compare it to a game like Spider-Man, you see a difference. So I don't know, maybe just maybe a lot of people are just not really into that type of game.
Well,
but 2 million is a lot of people. So what am I even saying?
I highly recommend it for what my recommendation is worth, and what I can't wait for next is for him to play it.
Yeah, I will. Anyway, so you also play Hellblade to try and get the
platinum trophy. We've already talked about that.
Okay, so what else have you been playing?
Farpoint.
Oh, okay.
VR.
Yes, Farpoint.
Sick. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, and what did you think of Farpoint? Obviously, we played it together, but what did you think of Farpoint?
It's a really cool, interactive, immersive VR game.
Yeah, first-person shooter.
First-person shooter. You got the gun, and you got those little alien face hugger things flying at your face. It actually really feels like they're flying at your face. And then the spiders just seem to get bigger and bigger and bigger as you go through the game. Yeah.
Was it until we got to that big spider boss?
Which, you took down.
Yeah, that I took down, and then since then it's just been me playing it. But
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But apparently there's the online option that you need to do with Shane and Najee.
Yeah. Well, like my brothers, Ro, Laji, we all got the VR gun, the VR arm and stuff. We all got Farpoint, so got online feature, and we will be doing that real soon. I'm looking forward to that shit. But obviously, so I've also been playing Farpoint, as I just said, and after the first boss, like I've been pretty much playing it by myself and stuff, and it's like really cool. I got to play a bit of the fire. I think it was Firewall, whatever it was.
Firewall, yeah.
Yeah, and Doom, and so far, like I can say that Farpoint is the best first-person shooter in VR.
Okay.
In my personal opinion.
Oh, I've got nothing to compare it to.
I actually really like it. Like in terms of in terms of the graphics. The gameplay, like the gunplay is really good. Once you like collaborate the gun properly, it's really good. And even the story narrative is quite good, and I quite like that. So far, it's quite it's very interactive, and it's quite clever what they've done. At first, I thought it was pretty basic and stuff, and I was kind of figuring out a lot of the storyline, and even though what I was thinking about and what I thought the story would be, it kind of is, but it kind of goes off into obviously something else as well, which is really fun and interesting. And it's like literally we played the bit we played where it was like these alien face hugger creatures trying to jump at you and shit, and you're all like ducking and diving out the way and shit, to like these monsters, going from that to being in like some futuristic Terminator looking world kind of thing, where like you got these like these drones, these alien drones and stuff. Like I literally feel like I was like in Terminator or something.
I haven't experienced that bit.
Yeah, well that was it. Then going from that to fighting machines to now going to fighting fucking aliens. So far
explode.
Yeah, so far I'm having like crazy fun. You know what I mean? It's just really, it's really cool. So I'm really enjoying Farpoint. So it's a game I will personally recommend. So if anybody's got VR and they've only played Doom or what's it, Firewall, whatever it's goddamn cool and stuff, I will strongly recommend Farpoint. The fact it's got a really good campaign, and you can play online. I haven't done it yet, but I will. So I'll give everyone an update on the online features for Firewall. But yeah, super cool. I've actually played quite a bit, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I know.
Actually, no, we played. No, actually, correction. I played. We was meant to play Resident Evil 7. You know what I mean? And you sat down and just didn't like participate again, and I played it, and I actually had quite like a lot of fun with Resident Evil 7.
And you're still complaining because...
No, because we're meant to play together. That's the whole point, Karen.
Yeah, and what promise did I make?
Well, you've been breaking them recently, so... Like, we've been playing... We've been meant to, like... We're meant to play Resident Evil 7 for a hot minute, and we haven't really played it. And because you're, like, you know, swaying left to right about you feeling sick and stuff... It's kind of like making it a thing where I'm the only one that's playing it, and that wasn't our agreement from day one. Our agreement was we would play RE7 together.
You're really getting into a fight over Resident Evil 7.
No, man, it's not a fight, man. What's wrong with you?
Well,
it's not a fight.
Get on with whatever games you play.
Yeah. Anyway, so Resident Evil 7 is fun. Actually getting quite far into the story. I'm actually enjoying the gameplay. I'm actually becoming less and less sick. When I first played it, I used to feel a bit, I just get motion sickness a little bit, but I've adapted quite well and quite quickly.
Whereas I haven't. Yeah,
because you don't play it enough. That's why. So that's why I'm trying to encourage you to play it more. Anyway, Star Wars Battlefront VR. Now I'm gonna tell everybody, that I never thought that I would ever buy Star Wars Battlefront, especially with all the bullshit that's been happening from EA. I never ever thought. But when I was flicking through PSN and I was looking for like the VR games and demos and experiences and stuff like that, I noticed that Star Wars Battlefront had like a
VR mission.
Yeah, a VR mission, and I downloaded it because I downloaded it thinking I could just play it without the actual game. Lo and behold, when I tried to click on the game, it's like we can't find the game. Where's the game? So I was like, shit, I need a game to play it. Pardon me. So lucky enough, because CX had it for £3.50. I went and picked it up for peanuts and stuff, and I managed to play the Star Wars Battlefront VR. Actually, I think it was the X-Wing mission, and personally, I think it's fucking sick. Like just playing that, just playing the Rogue? Was it the Rogue mission in VR alone is well worth sacrificing and breaking like my beliefs with EA games and getting that game to play the VR mission. It was super fun, and you got to play it too.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, see what I'm talking about anyway.
I played it once, and my experience wasn't as good as yours, so I'd rather just not talk about it until I played it again.
It wasn't good because you need to get used to the controls.
Yeah, they're very different.
That's all. But once you get used to it, it's really cool. But it's crazy immersive. If you love Star Wars games,
the graphics are amazing.
Yeah. Graphics is really cool. And if you love Star Wars games and stuff, and you always dreamed of being like flying X-Wing, it's perfect. Well, it's not perfect, but it's fucking amazing.
It's a good start.
Yeah, it's a really good start. And I'm actually surprised that there isn't another VR feature in Battlefront 2, unless there is that I don't know about.
Maybe it's coming.
Or maybe it's coming. Yeah. But saying that though, there was like a 20 gig update. So obviously I had installed I think like 2-3 gigs of the VR mission. I got the game thinking I could just play it. Then there was like this 20 gig update, and I couldn't play it first. Then once the game updated, I was able to play the VR mission. So for those out there who might not have the game, you are going to have to wait until you download the 20 gig update. Yeah. Anyway, so and I actually played a bit of Killzone Shadowfall on PS4.
What did you think of that?
I hated it. I actually hated it. I actually didn't like it. The game looks good, but I could feel and see that it was very there was quite a few broken bits. It was kind of glitchy kind of thing. Like it wasn't like it's not as like it doesn't it can't even hold a candle to Doom.
Oh, okay.
Like Doom was on a different level. Like Doom, like first person shooters, like Destiny. As much as I hate Destiny, like games like Destiny in terms of the gunplay and stuff, for first person, it doesn't hold a candle to it. Graphically, it looks good. I can see like if I would have bought that game when it first came out, like on launch of PS4, I probably would have been breaking down because it's the first game, well, one of the first games that came out. It's a first person shooter. Graphically, back then I probably would have been glitching over the graphics because the graphics were really, really good. But yeah, I just never really enjoyed it, to be honest with you.
Okay.
So yeah, so I gave it to Ro to have and stuff, so he can play it, and if he likes it, then cool. But yeah, I gave it away, so I actually didn't really like it, to be honest with you. Yeah, but I thought I'd try it because every time I go and see it, so I would see it and like it'd be there for like £2 or something, and I'd be like, and because it's Guerrilla Games and stuff, I always think to myself, oh, maybe I should just try it. And like I would hear good things about it. People would say, oh yeah, it's really good, you know, and stuff like that. And because of Horizon Zero Dawn, and because I've got Killzone Mercenary on the Vita, which I really like, but it's a Vita, so it's a little bit different. I thought I would like it, but yeah, I just didn't like it at all. The next game I played a little bit, like, was Persona 4 Golden on the Vita.
I've actually downloaded that as well, haven't I?
Yeah, you've got that as well.
I've completely forgotten about it.
Yeah. No, spoke to my boy Lionheart Artsy's recommendation. He told me, you know, if I like certain types of games and certain things, then I would like it, and so I thought, fuck it, let me download it. It was on sale on the PSN store for I think it was the Christmas or January sale, something like that.
Yeah.
I can't remember how much it was now, but it was really cheap. I think it might have been.
It was under £5, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was about £5, £6 max, which is super cheap. Amazing RPG. I haven't really played that much of it. I've only played about 10-15 minutes of it just to get a feel of it and stuff. But
I'm gonna try and play that this week, I think.
Yeah, but the soundtrack is godlike anyway, because I watched the anime of Persona 4 and it's the same soundtrack, and the soundtrack is really, really good. Okay, really cool. Good. So yeah, so I'm looking forward to really getting into that. And the last game I played was FIFA 15 on the Vita. Yeah, because I'm getting into my football, you know what I mean, like knowing my football thing and stuff like that. Like, yeah, I mean, I play it from time to time. So if I'm on a bus somewhere and I've got the Vita and I want to just play something quickly and not really give too much concentration or too much thought into what I'm playing, yeah, FIFA 15, which is the last FIFA game on Vita. They say stop making FIFA games and stuff. Another EA game, but yeah, fuck it. You know, it's the Vita, so why not?
Converting slowly.
No, I'm not converting shit. But yeah. But anyway, so yeah, so that's all I've really played, to be honest with you. Oh, and yeah, no, and all, you know, and as per usual, Watch Dogs 2.
Of course, the go-to game.
Yeah, always play that game. Like if I'm chilling, I told you already, if I'm chilling out, I'm listening to music or YouTube, or I'm doing a bit of work or whatever. You know, I might play it and just put it down and tap, play it, and you know, it's just a casual game because I've completed it, and you can run around and roam the world and do what you want. I just like, you know, hacking and
go and take your stress out of the day. Just go and kill some people.
Yeah. On Watch Dogs 2, not in real life.
Obviously.
Oh shit.
Yeah, you wouldn't be sat here if that was the case.
Okay. So so obviously, you know, it's been a while and we bought a few new games. Yes. So obviously we spoke a bit about Farpoint. That's one of the new games that we purchased recently. Yep. And we also got the VR arm, aka the VR gun. That's what I call it.
Just to be able to play.
It, yeah. Cool. Which took kind of long from CX. Very long.
I think we were promised next day delivery, and it took 5 days.
Yeah, I know.
Something like that.
So
it kind of spoiled.
No, but they did say it was because of the holiday, like the holiday period.
Yeah, but.
Yeah, I know. It sucks.
You ordered it on the Friday before New Year's Eve.
Yeah, I know, but it is what it is.
You know, there's still deliveries on New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
Like, it would have been nice to have had it for New Year's Eve, no?
Yeah, but when it came, it came clean, it came fresh. It didn't come in a box. It came in crazy bubble wrap. So that, that was kind of funny.
It's in good condition.
Yeah, it's in really good condition. I kept the bubble wrap, and
weirdo.
Yeah, and it works perfectly fine. Second hand, got it for £45. And it's weird as well because a lot of the games in CX and all like the accessories and stuff went up. So the gun went up to like £50 or £55 or something. Where I got it for £45.
It's actually quite hard to get hold of.
Yes.
It seems like people are like going hard on the VR
Yeah.
stuff right now.
Yeah, so I'm expecting some fresh numbers to come in from PlayStation, especially when it comes to the VR, because over here it's like everyone's just got VR.
Yep.
Can't get anything brand new or second hand. So yeah, and the last game we got was Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2 Plus on the Vita.
Someone's very happy about this.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I went into a bidding war with someone to get this, because it's actually a really hard game to get.
Yeah.
And we got it brand new and sealed.
Yeah, I was actually really surprised when you get to me. It was like sealed. Like
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting that. I
Not
was,
even used.
Yeah, like sealed in
For like
in the plastic.
£22.
Yeah.
And that, if you look on eBay, trust me, you will see prices anywhere up to £70 for that game.
Yeah, it's no joke. It's a really expensive and hard game to get.
So I got a dilly, as you'd say.
Yeah, dilly. Anyway, so
Next topic.
next topic is comic of the 2 weeks, because it's for 2 weeks. Normally it's like comic of the week, so you know, it's where we just basically talk about the comics that's come out that's related or based on games, and yeah, that's about it. What the fuck was that?
It's my zip on your... See?
Oh, okay. Anyway, so in the past 2 weeks, there's been quite a few comics that's come out. 5 comics in all. The first one is God of War issue 3. That actually comes out tomorrow.
Yep, that's been good.
Yeah, so that comes out tomorrow. Dark Horse. Actually, I've noticed that Dark Horse actually doing a lot of these. Like when it comes to the game,
they seem to do a lot of the game comics.
Yeah.
For sure. Like they do most of the books that you get with game collector's editions. It's always
like all the art
done
books.
the art books.
Yeah, all the art books and stuff. So that'd be cool. The next one is Tom Clancy Division.
Extremis Malice.
Yeah. Issue 1, so it's just come out. So for those Tom Clancy, like people who love the Division, looking forward to the Division 2 that's coming out. There's a comic, you can go pick it up. That's out right now. The third one is Bloodborne issue 8, so that's been out for a while. Healing First, and that's an indie. I don't know who's publishing that, because I actually don't have it and not particularly that interested. But there's people out there who love Bloodborne. There's a lot of people who love Bloodborne. Yeah, it's like the Souls world, Souls universe. And Life is Strange issue 2, that's out, so you can go pick that up if you're a big fan of that. What's it actually? I wonder if that's even. I wonder if they're incorporating the comic into like the game and the series that they're doing.
What? So it's Decision.
I don't know.
How cool would that be actually to have like a Decision-based comic, like the books that were back in the day but in comic form?
Yeah, that'd be quite cool.
So like you get to make the decision of what happens to the characters in the comic.
That'd be good if Quantic Dreams did a comic like that.
Shane, you should make a comic like that.
Yeah, and
that would actually be kind of cool, because does that even exist?
What now?
Yeah.
No, I don't think. What, in terms of comics?
Well, I know a comic is normally quite.
No, but there are comics where
you could still do it over like several episodes.
No, but I know that there are comics where like you might read a certain okay, so say there's a running series or something, and you might get up to issue like 4 or 5. Then it might say go read, say for example, Spider-Man issue 58 to continue, and you jump around. I think like I know they do stuff like that, but
yeah, that's not you making a decision. And
I know.
You wouldn't have to put like a lot of decisions in there, because otherwise it would make the comic too big. But you could do like maybe a couple of decisions, like with a few different outcomes in like one issue.
Yeah, it
and
could
then
do.
Carry it on. Yeah,
it could do, definitely.
Just a thought. Sorry.
Anyway, so the last comic is Halo Lone Wolf issue 1. It's one out. It's going to be a short mini series. What's it? 1 out of 4 from Dark Horse again. So.
You interested in that?
What, in Halo?
Yeah.
No, listen. The last Halo I played was Halo Reach, and after that, I think I might have played Halo 4, and I just didn't like it, and since then I've just never been into it. I think since Bungie left and stuff, and I mean, it's just, I don't know, it's not the same anymore. So I'm kind of just gave up on it. You know, like to me, it's like Halo is 1, 2, 3, and Reach, and that's it. So so that's the comics of the week. You can go and pick up from your local comic book store. If you live in London, from like A Place in Space, Orbital, Forbidden Planet, they're like well-known comic book stores, and you know, and for comic book collectors around the world, you can go pick up from eBay.
Yep.
You know, we all love eBay, especially when it comes to comics.
Absolutely.
Yes. So what's next?
Shall we move on to PlayStation news?
Okay. Hit us with the news.
Hit us with the news. So, first topic of the day is a Twitter user from Japan has made a portable PlayStation Mini, I believe it is.
Yeah.
Using the PS Classic. It actually looks alright.
What? You think it looks alright?
It's interesting.
It looks dodgy as fuck.
I mean, it can't be any worse than the original.
It looks like some bootleg like shit that you would find in China.
What would you expect? It's not like a professional that's made it, is it? It's just some... No offence, it's just some random person that's made it.
Yeah,
like,
I know.
Unless that's, you know, your job, which, you know, for all I know, it could be this guy's job. I don't know.
No.
I could get myself into some deep trouble here, but yeah, considering it's like I say, what you would class it as an amateur that's made it. Could you do it?
No. Listen, I'm not gonna hate. You know what I'm saying? I think it's quite cool and quite creative that someone did something like that, but it doesn't mean that I gotta like it. You know what I'm saying? That the actual design of it. You know, it's literally like I mean, for those who haven't seen it, and if you hasn't, you can go and Google it. It's just basically a PlayStation Mini with like the old, like the PlayStation control on either side. PlayStation Classic. Yeah, it's basically that, and you know, it's got the screen on the actual. So yeah, it looks. I mean, it looks quite. I mean,
the screen looks
interesting,
like a decent size, but you know, when you consider that the graphics of the games that are on the PlayStation Mini, it's not a bad option to do it that way. Because I think when it translates over to a 4K TV, it doesn't come out so well because of the pixels and the frame rates on a lot of those old games. Yeah,
that's true. That's true.
So it's a good idea.
But then again, I suppose that the person that did it probably could, because you know, it was cheap to get the PlayStation Classic, being that they reduced it to half price
already, which tells you a lot, really, doesn't it? It really tells you a lot of how shit it is. Yeah,
it's garbage, fucking garbage.
Like it's now, I think it's now down to like $49.99, something stupid like that.
Wait, so how much was it when it came out again?
Like 100, just like $99.99, or was it $89? I can't remember. It's a lot closer to 100 anyway.
Okay, so basically it's half price.
Give or take.
Give or take. Yeah, that's just already, you know.
So clearly they've got a huge stock of it, and they've realised, shit, we've made a mistake, and now we need to get rid of it. Yeah.
Well, that's what happens when you do something that's just like money grabbing, and you don't put any thought into it. Like if you don't put your heart into it, then don't fucking do it. Like that's how I feel anyway. You know, at least with the Nintendo, was it Nintendo ones and the Sega ones, like they put thought in it, you know. Yeah. And I mean, and they've come correct with the emulations or however they've done it. PlayStation just I don't know, man. Like I just think that this is like a real.
I think it was a
stain
gap filler
on the mark. Was it a gap filler for what?
Well, because PlayStation have gone so quiet over the last few months. This is just to keep them in the news.
Yeah, but this is the thing. There's no need to keep. I mean, there's no need for them to be in the news for nothing, because it's like the calm before the storm. You know what I'm saying? Because 2019, there's mad. Like I mean, there's mad shit coming out. So why would you? The
company's still got to make money. It's still got to be relevant. It's still got to be seen to be doing something.
It won game of the year.
Nothing.
Was it one game of the year? That is relevant. That is relevance.
Okay.
I don't know, man. I just think if you're gonna say like you're not gonna participate in E3, if you're not gonna do the next
PSX,
like PAX, you know, and certain things, then why bother even? I mean, like to me, it's like they're trying to jump on a wave, and they jumped on a wave with a half-ass fucking surfboard that was like, you know, like weren't put together properly. Some cheap-ass surfboard. So they're surfing, you know, and while they're surfing, it just breaks apart and they go flying off somewhere. Like that's what happened.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And they managed to find the surfboard and like they got back to like to land to the beach and stuff, and they've super glued it back together, and they've like try to sell it for like peanuts, try to recoup P. That's basically what it is.
Okay.
Yeah, I know it's some fucked up analogy, but yeah.
On that note, let's move on to the next news.
What's next?
So, Polyphony Digital have announced that they have opened a third studio in Japan, probably to make room to make more tracks, cars, DLC, or maybe start working on a new Gran Turismo game. But either way, it's all for Gran Turismo. So if you're a Gran Turismo fan, this should be good news, because it means that they've got more people to work on adding extra stuff to that game, if that's your jam.
Yeah. I would actually... It'd be cool if they're working on like more VR features. That'd be really cool. Because I know that with...
I don't think I've experienced Gran Turismo in VR yet.
You haven't?
No.
But you have Drive Club, right?
I have Drive Club, yeah.
Really? You haven't?
No.
Oh, okay.
You let it out, didn't you? And then...
Maybe. I can't remember now. But yeah. But anyway, like the thing with was it Gran Turismo Sport is that the VR is limited. It's like a option. So like, see, like Star Wars, like is a like an option you can go to, and like basically like you can do like time tracks and stuff, and you know it's very limited. You can't play the whole game in VR. Like it's nothing like Drive Club. You can play the whole Drive Club in VR. So but I do know that they've added more tracks and stuff for Gran Turismo in VR. So it'd be cool if they could like add more. So maybe that's what they're working on, or maybe they're working on just new tracks and cars in general for Gran Turismo Sport, or maybe they're just working on the next installment because the PS5 is coming soon. So
true, but either way,
or better yet, it might be a combination of all three. If
you're a fan, then it's got to be any good news, right?
Yeah.
Well, I would imagine there's going to be Gran Turismo news at some point in the future.
Yeah, of course. No doubt.
Now, the next topic I'm quite a little bit excited about and intrigued, to say the least, and hopefully it won't take long for this announcement to come out, but Quantic Dream have teased something over the Christmas period, that something newsworthy is coming soon. Now, they haven't said what it is, when it will be, just that there's going to be something new coming from them. Now, could it be a DLC for Detroit?
Is it what? Okay, what do you personally think it is?
I want it to be a DLC for Detroit. Not that I can figure out how that would work, but something to do with Detroit. Maybe they're going to add some extra options for like different choice paths, maybe, which wouldn't technically be a DLC, but just fleshing out maybe some more stories.
Okay, so obviously like you've played it and I haven't, so, and considering the fact that they've never done a DLC ever, like, do you really think it's a DLC, or do you think it could be just a quality of life thing where they're just improving certain features or mechanics in the game, or maybe they want to add more story or flesh it out? Because
I think
one of the criticisms that I was hearing about, well, probably the only criticism I was hearing about the game was the fact that because it's got so many branching storylines and options you could go down, a lot of it would contradict each other and stuff, and just how like it just contradicts each other basically. Like some of it was kind of a bit broken. Like there's quite a few plot holes. So like, do you reckon it could be something like that to fix that, or do you think it could just be just a DLC, like something added on?
I mean, personally, I maybe I've still got my rose tinted glasses on when it comes to this game, but I didn't really notice any plot holes or story problems. So, and I haven't really seen anyone complain about that either, so I don't really know where they're looking in that terms. It wouldn't hurt it to have some extra flesh on the bones for certain characters, like maybe Hank. It would be nice to have a bit of him fleshed out a little bit more.
Do you feel like there's characters in that game, in terms of like the narrative, that are very underwhelming?
Not underwhelming, but there's certain characters that maybe like I say, Hank, who's like Connor's partner, he could maybe do with some extra fleshing. North, who ends up potentially, if depending on what way you play the game, can become Marcus's lover. Be good to have something more. There's Josh, who's also one of Marcus's friends. Yeah. And Simon. There's certain characters in that game where you could give a bit more to them, and they could be more involved in the game, and if you do certain actions with the main characters, Marcus, Connor or Kara, then it unlocks more to do with them.
The thing is that don't you think that because the way the game is, because the way the game is structured and made, like, do you reckon it would probably be better just to do a DLC instead of trying to like incorporate more story threads or fleshing out like existing story plots with characters already?
I don't see how you would do a DLC for this game.
Oh really?
No.
What? So does that make you think it might be more to do with
unless it's like a before? I don't know.
What? So okay, but does that make you think it's probably more leaning to like them fixing certain bugs in the game?
If that's the case, then it doesn't make sense for them to tweet that something newsworthy is coming, because that's not really exciting to me.
Well, maybe
additions to the story or DLC is something to get excited about.
Okay, then so maybe it's an announcement for a new game.
Surely it's too soon.
How's it too soon to make an announcement
Detroit only released last year.
Yeah, but I know, but if you think of it in terms of like the PS5, it's not too soon to announce it, because the PS5 is estimate 2020, probably mid or late 2020.
But surely it's only going to be like an idea. It's not going to be anything concrete, is it? Can't be. It's too soon.
Yeah, but that's still newsworthy to come out and say, well, we're working on a new IP, we're working on a new project, or like it could be something where they're gonna change the type of games they're gonna make. It could be. I mean, it could be a lot of things.
Well, either way, I'm excited because I like Quantic Dreams. I like what they've done so far.
Yeah.
So whatever it is, hurry the fuck up and just announce it, please. Thank you. Because there's one excited fan right here that really wants to know what's going on.
Okay. Yeah, so what's next, Karen?
So now we're going to move into the PlayStation and general news, which, you know, there's a little bit of difference.
Yes. So obviously the Anthem 15-minute gameplay trailer came out.
Yes.
And even though you probably are not particularly interested, I sent you the video to watch regardless.
Which I did watch. Is it?
Okay, so you tell me what you thought about it from a perspective of somebody that's not particularly into them type of games.
Well, it was a 15-minute gameplay demo type thing of them learning how to fly, which looks quite interesting. First impressions were the graphics look amazing.
Yep, they do, definitely.
The first look at the world looks well done and quite expansive. Like they seem to have put like quite a lot of detail into the world, because when you're flying about and like you're going through the waterfalls and stuff, it looks pretty cool. The flying around looks fun. The battle scenes looked quite decent, very explosive, like to the point where you can't see really what's going on. Considering that it's not a sort of game that I generally would be interested in, I actually like the look of it. And I'm not a Destiny fan, which is probably the closest game that you could maybe
compare it
to. However, saying that, when I did a bit more after watching the 15-minute gameplay, I decided to go and do a little bit of research on Anthem, and I find out that it's being made by EA and BioWare. Which,
oh shit,
you know, to anyone that knows the recent history of EA and BioWare, they don't have a very good reputation.
Yeah, was it somehow they're gonna like bleed money out of you like a fucking stone?
Yes, that seems to be the reputation that they've got. So it's kind of like a make or break game for BioWare, definitely, because it could, if it doesn't do well, then it could effectively end them. Yeah, the
reason why is because they fucked up on the last Mass Effect game. There was talks about they took away a lot of the assets for that for the Mass Effect Andromeda, and focus it on Anthem, which is the reason why Andromeda was so buggy, so fucked up. It was just a really messy, fucked up game, which was weird because Mass Effect was like, you know what I mean, it's got like a really big and loyal following. The game did what all their games did well, and it was just weird that they would do something like that. But obviously they probably thought that Anthem was going to be a better game, and it was worth putting all their resources into Anthem. So that's literally what it is. Because if Anthem ends up being shit, which it doesn't look like it's going to be, but then again, like,
well,
no, I mean, like until a beta comes out, something like that, no one's going to really know or have an idea of how it's going to feel, apart from certain individuals out there who's already played it or played the 15 minutes or like whatever it is, or a demo.
But it seems to have had its
that game needs to do well.
It seems to have had its problems, like in the build up to actually getting it. It lost its lead animator and writer.
Yeah,
which is never necessarily a good thing.
Kind of reminiscent of Bungie when it was making Destiny. So yeah, that's actually quite alarming. I actually like my experience from watching the 15-minute gameplay, that the feeling, the vibe I got, it's almost like it looks like a hybrid of like Destiny and Warframe. Like you haven't played Warframe. That's the game that Ladji
will play it, Ladji.
Yeah, well, that's the game that Ladji's always like, I mean, like telling me and Ro to play it, and Jonathan like, come play Warframe. You know, one day we will. But I have seen him playing it, and I have seen a lot of footage of Warframe, and I have played it a little bit, like once upon a time, and stuff. So from what I saw, it looks like a hybrid of both of them, like the best of both worlds. Like they've taken the best things and just put it in Anthem.
It does look good.
You know what I mean? Like it looks like you got the class system, you know, like a bit like Destiny, where you got the Warlock, the Hunter, and the guns, and the Titan and stuff. Similar to that, but with mech suits like Iron Man. But the reason why I say it reminds me a bit of Warframe, because the way the way that the characters move, like the way you can fly around and the things you can do, you know, it reminds me a lot of Warframe. So I think it looks like they've taken the best features so far out of both of them games and just put them together and just giving you something. I mean, and giving you just like different. Because you don't really know too much about the story, but you know you got an idea that they're on this planet and you know they've colonized or something, and they're living there, but they're living amongst like these mad monsters and stuff. But that's just a hypothesis from what I've seen so far, because they haven't really said anything about the story. But I think it does look good. To be honest with you, like, because the game's meant to be like Destiny and Warframe, like online, and it's EA that BioWare are partnering up with, I'm not particularly that intrigued or that willing to get it, because I can't deal with half-assed games and selling you like DLC of no, I mean, I just can't take all the bullshit that EA does and all that rubbish. I'm not into it. So like that alone is putting me off, and my experience with Destiny is really putting me off them type of games. Period.
Well, how do you feel about the fact that it's an online game only?
Yeah, it was out. Yeah, and
they've claimed that there's no loot boxes or pay to win in the games, which will probably mean that they're going to sell you expensive DLCs instead. Yeah, okay. Right now there isn't, but doesn't mean they can't incorporate in the future. No, I know, but that's what they're claiming right now, because obviously that's one of the biggest complaints against EA is the loot boxes and the play to win stuff. That eventually really annoyed people. Well, so I can almost guarantee that eventually they will put them in there. Yeah, that's not to say that they won't, but they're making the claim right now, before it's released, which I believe is like not too far away. Yeah, it's meant to be the 22nd of February. So it's really not very far away. So that they're claiming, like, for at least launch, there won't be any loot boxes or nothing extra to pay. But I reckon they'll make it up by either sneakily adding it in at some point, or the DLCs will be expensive. Yeah, but you know what? Like, them saying that doesn't make me feel like I want to get the game. Like, I don't trust them. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I've never really been a big, you know what I mean, a big EA gamer. I've never really been, once upon a time, like, I'm talking about the days I used to play FIFA games was before all this bullshit. So we're talking about like PS1, PS2, and I mean, like, them days, like, and probably before them, you know, like before them consoles. That's when I used to be into their FIFA games and so forth and so on. Pardon me, but since all this DLC and this
you know, microtransactions bullshit's all come into games and stuff. Like, I've sat on the sideline and watched people that I know that's like got certain games, and I've watched how EA is conducting themselves. I've watched how these these studios are partnering up with them, and all these practices. I've watched like other companies like Destiny, like Bungie with Activision do the same bullshit. Like, and I actually experienced it with Destiny, because I actually was really into that game at one point, and I've just been burnt. And I'm so visually tired of seeing and hearing about all the bullshit. I just don't believe them, because at the end of the day, they're there to make money. And
of course they are.
And the way they've been conducting themselves for a few years, well, I mean for quite a while now, is that they clearly don't give a fuck about the gamers, us, you know. So for them to say now, okay, like, certain things are not going to be in the game, you don't have to worry, that doesn't make me feel like, oh, I want to go and get the game. Like, no, I'm sorry. You know what I mean? Well, and plus I'm just not really into these online games. Like, once upon a time, I was intrigued, but I'm just not into it anymore. So yeah, nah.
Okay. Well, something you might be interested in, whether you'd actually be able to get your hands on this, but Silent Hill PT, your favourite demo game, has had an Unreal Engine makeover copy made by a fan. Only on the PC VR, but it's VR.
Yeah. And what did I say to you?
My idea of fucking hell.
No, wait. What did I say to you when after you played it? And
oh, if only this was in VR.
Exactly. Oh my God.
Now someone's fan has plucked it from this man's mind and made it a fucking reality, and whoever you are, I want to shoot you, because...
Listen, man, I don't know who you are yet, but whoever you are, thank you so much. Thank you.
Well, you need to get it. You need to find out how to get it.
Well, this is the thing. So
You're
far,
playing it alone.
Well, so far it's only going to be for the PC, and the only people I know have got powerful PCs are Raymond and Laji and Jonathan.
Only.
But they don't have VR headsets for the PC. They got PlayStation VR. So unless it comes to PlayStation VR, I won't be playing it anytime soon.
I'd be very surprised if it would.
What?
I'd be very surprised if it does.
Yeah, I know. Well, I hope it does. Like, I actually hope that Konami actually kind of jumps on board and actually realizes that they could actually make money.
Don't you need the creator on board as well of the actual game? Do you think he'd be cool with it?
I don't know, because when they made Sonic Mania, was it from what I can remember, Sonic Mania was actually made by fans, and because it was so good, Sega actually jumped on board and actually co-sponsored it and so forth and so on. So maybe Konami could do some. I know actually they don't, because they own the rights to PT to to also technically
so
they don't. No.
At the man that
no,
I
they
can
don't
never pronounce his name. They don't even
Hideo Kojima.
That's the one.
Yes, but they could do what Sega did for Sonic Mania. You know what I mean? Konami could do the same thing.
We can but see, but what part of your dream has come true?
Yeah, I know. So I can only hope and pray that Konami gets on board and supports it.
It's known if it ever comes out.
If they
There's
do,
no way in hell I'm touching that on VR.
If they do, and it comes out on PS4, the consoles like Xbox or whatever, I'm on it like white on rice. I'm on that shit. That'd be a fucked up experience.
Yeah, you'd be scarred for life, because it's bad enough playing it without VR.
Yeah.
If you're so lucky to still have that demo on your PlayStation.
Yeah, definitely. So what's next, Karen?
You can talk about this one, because this is, the Madbox VR console. Yeah,
so basically a company, Mad Studios has...
Slightly Mad Studios.
What do you mean? Yeah, Slightly Mad Studios.
That's what it says.
Yeah, I know. Yes, was it Slightly Mad Studios have decided to make a console, a VR console, to deliver 90 frames per second to maybe 180 frames per second. Was it 80 or 20? Yeah, 80 frames per second.
I don't even know what that would look like.
But it's only for was it for PC VR headsets. So obviously, if you've got what's it, a PlayStation VR, it doesn't. I mean that can't run. But if you've got like the HTC and so forth and so on, then that's what it's for. And actually, I actually think that this is quite interesting because this is like a different and a unique move. Yeah. Like it's quite innovative. The fact that somebody would make a console strictly for VR. Like it makes me think that.
I wonder if it reduces the wires.
It would actually be cool if it was actually like wireless, like, you know, like maybe we're not there now, but in future that would be a cool idea. But the point is that the fact that you've got a console dedicated. It would
need to be quite powerful.
Yeah.
I'm assuming.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Which is probably why it's been done for the PC, because they've probably got more capacity.
If it's gonna be if it's gonna be anything between 90 to 180 frames per second, best believe it's gonna be powerful. Best believe it's gonna be very, very, very powerful. Because I was at Raymond's Raymond's the other day, know me and Ro, and he was playing Gears of War and stuff, and that was running like standard on like 140 frames per second. You know, like it was holding on that. So, and that's on his PC. That's not on Xbox X or anything else.
Yeah, I'm just wondering about what the effect it would have on the user using the VR headset. Whether the extra frames per second make the experience smoother.
Yeah, well, like that's where
maybe less motion sickness with it.
Yeah, but no, well, I don't know about less, or but more. I think that this is probably going to be aimed for people that don't suffer from motion sickness and people that's used to motion sickness. So they've actually become accustomed to it, so it doesn't affect them anymore. Okay. But being that it's going to be potentially between 90 and 108, leads me to believe that you probably, even people that's used to, you know what I mean, like used to the frames per second now of certain games like 60 frames per second or whatever, that you are going to get motion sickness because it's more frames, which means it's going to be more smoother, the animation and stuff, and that's the reason why when you play certain games like Resident Evil 7 and you first play it, when you move around it like jumps, and that's to stop you from getting motion sickness. Okay, you see what I'm saying? Yep. So when when I unlocked it and I changed it, I think it was 60 frames per second. I can't remember what it was, but it was just smoother. It wasn't doing this. It was smoother, and when that was happening, I started feeling a bit of motion sickness. So I can only imagine when you start playing like VR games with this console between 90 and 108, like that's gonna be crazy. In VR, that's gonna be crazy.
Interesting idea, anyway.
You know what I mean? But yeah, like if this comes out and this actually becomes a thing, I actually wonder what's gonna happen with the PlayStation VR. Like, you know what I mean? Is it gonna change the market? Is it gonna make Sony think twice about bringing out a new version? And if they do, will that influence the price? You know, like the specs and the price of their new headset. So
we will have to wait and see.
You got to remember, like you throw a stone in the pond, it's a ripple and it affects everything in one way or another. So yeah, but it's interesting. You know what I mean? Very, very interesting. Okay, so what's next, Karen?
The Hitman collection is in the works for 4K 60 frames per second on PlayStation and Xbox One.
Yes. So for those who love Hitman, it's basically like a HD remake kind of thing. Like,
yeah, it's not.
Sorry, it's not HD remake. Yeah, it's basically a 4K remake. That's basically what it is.
So it's like a remaster.
Yeah, so it's remastered. So it's going to look better. It's going to run better. It's going to be more frames per second. They're probably going to add everything that came out for the first one and you know, and so forth. So I mean, for those that are big fans of Hitman, you know, you've got something to look forward to. You know, I've played it a little bit. I quite like it, but I'm not really big on the game. It's not really my thing. So,
okay.
But it's a good thing. You know, I actually sometimes think to myself that, like, you know, the first, was it like the I think it's Hitman. Was it Isolation or whatever? Well, like the one that's on the PS4 now and stuff, and the one that's on Xbox, you can just download and play and whatever, or buy the game and stuff. Like, why wasn't it already in 4K? Like, why is it only now? Especially when you got the Xbox X, you got the Pro, you know. So that's kind of a bit annoying, the fact that it's only now you're doing it. But I do know that the studio, they was with Square Enix, because Square Enix actually I don't know if they owned the IP, but the company was actually under them, like a bit like Crystal Dynamics, where Square Enix kind of like published and stuff like that. So it was the same kind of thing, but the company actually broke away from them. So yeah, maybe that's the reason why we're like getting it now and not before.
Maybe.
Okay. So what's next, Karen Chan?
So the next
Chan.
The next topic, Japan Studio, the creators of the wonderful VR game Astrobot, have announced that there's still another unannounced game that they've got in the works for 2019 release. No ideas what it could be, but safe bet is perhaps it's going to be another VR title that they're releasing. What do you think? Being a fan of Astrobot.
Yeah, I think, do you know what's funny? What's that? I had my cousin and my niece came round here the other day with my mother, and my cousin was like, "Oh, I didn't know you had VR and stuff like that," and I was like, "Yeah," and she was like, "Oh, can I play?" And I was like, "Okay, but I need to check, because obviously when you play VR games, it says, oh, like, you know, you shouldn't really let kids under the age of 12 play it." But at the time, I couldn't remember if it was 10, 12, the age. So I said, "Look, let me put it on and let me check and see what it says." I can't remember if it says 12 or 10. It said 12 and she's 10. So I said, all right, then look, I'm going to let you play it, you know what I mean? But I'm going to supervise you, and when you feel sick, you have to let me know. And if you don't, then my mother's going to like tell you off and deal with you understand? You know, so she was like, yeah. And I was like if you start feeling sick, you have to tell me, and we're going to stop. And I let her play Astrobot, and she was like, this is like Mario. And Astrobot, like, obviously it won the best VR game of the year, and it appeals to adults, to everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, so I think, you know, like, you know what I mean, I hadn't really experienced anyone else playing it but like adults. So when I saw like the kids playing it and stuff, and they had so much fun, it actually made me realise that Astrobot is got so much potential.
Oh yeah. So much potential,
and obviously
there's a game franchise right there.
Yeah, and because like a lot of people have got something to compare it to, but it's like a different thing because it's in VR. You could do so much things with it. So I think that they could be working on a new Astrobot game.
Well, for this year, considering the one's only just released like in December last year.
Was it? Okay, it could be. Well, it's a title, isn't it? It's a title. So I think it could be they're either working on similar titles like Astrobot or different or like different VR IPs, or I think it could be starting to work on a new Astrobot game for the next generation, maybe. But
this is about a game for this year, 2019. No idea when in 2019, but
I have no idea then. I have no idea.
Keep an eye out for an announcement from Japan Studios if you're, yeah,
I have no idea.
A fan.
But one thing I can say is that they've built up some really good credit with Astrobot.
They certainly have.
So I think that regardless of what they do, I think a lot of people is going to be very like interested and paying attention.
That's why it's worth mentioning, Jay.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, the final bit of news that we have is Sony San Diego Studio have listed a job vacancy for a lead animator that's, you know, got some experience in storytelling, etc., etc. Now, there's possible rumours that San Diego are in works with Naughty Dog, potentially Santa Monica Studio. If it's Naughty Dog, then there are rumours that Naughty Dog could be handing off Uncharted to a different studio so that they can concentrate on the new IP that they want to work on. Or it's a game that is the new IP, don't know. But either way, the rumours are it's definitely a AAA game that's being worked on in collaboration with possibly Naughty Dog, possibly Santa Monica.
Santa Monica. The only thing, like,
there's a lot of like little
so
surrounding this one,
so firstly, like, if that's the case, if they're working on if it is a case where they're both working on a new IP together, that sounds really fucking cool.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's kind of like a double-edged sword, because it's like, for those like myself that's looking forward to the next installment of God of War, you know, it makes you wonder, like, does that mean that are we gonna wait? Was it gonna have to wait longer for the next installment of God of War? You know,
so it's possibly more likely that it's Naughty Dog that they're working with, because you'd assume that The Last of Us 2 is kind of wrapped up, which would leave them clear to work on this new IP that they want to work on, and then this could be them not getting rid, but letting someone else take over the Uncharted series, because obviously there's still a lot of fan love for that series out there. It does have potential for more games in the bag, so why not give it to another studio and then everything's set up?
Yeah, of course, because, but like, when you mentioned it, the first thing that popped into my head is that, oh, what? So it's the studio Ben Studios, because they're the one that worked on the Uncharted game Golden Abyss on the Vita. So I thought it was them. Hence why, you know, we're getting Days Gone, and it's the quality that it is. So I was thinking, oh, maybe it's them. But when you're saying Santa Monica, or potentially Santa Monica, or, you know, it's like, you know what I mean? It's like, for me, it's like a double-edged sword. I can see the beautiful side of it, and I can see the annoying side of it. I'm not really too fussed about Naughty Dog, because they're pretty good at, like, you know, like, they got different teams that do different things and stuff, and like, so that they could probably work on 2 different IPs at the same time. Like, that's how Naughty Dog has got it. But I don't know too much about Santa Monica. As far as I'm concerned, the only game I know that they've put time, blood, sweat and tears into was God of War. So unless, like, you know, they've worked out a way where they can split themselves into teams and still provide the same quality of work within a reasonable time, then yeah, I just don't know. But I'm happy, but I'm like, oh, but you know what I mean?
We'll have to wait.
Could it potentially compromise on God of War? No. Like, but at the same time, it leads you to think, like, what new IP could they be making?
Well, who knows? I mean,
you know, like, is it?
To me, like, the Naughty Dog path seems more doable, and I think that's more. But we'll have to wait and see. I mean, Naughty Dog are very good at keeping their secrets and keeping their cards close to their chests. So
yeah, they are.
It's still an intriguing one, to say the least. So we'll have to keep a close eye on that.
Yeah, but again, it is just rumors and stuff. So
yeah, it's just
rumours. I mean, so we can only just, like, assume and speculate on it.
It's what our hearts are thinking and minds more than anything.
Of course. Okay, so
the next part on the agenda is games we're looking forward to in 2019. You actually put these in order.
Yes.
Quite nice.
Yeah, so basically, well, it's not...
You may have got one of these wrong.
No, well, okay, which one have I got wrong?
I believe Devil May Cry comes out in March, not August.
Okay, cool. But,
it's changed.
Yeah. Maybe, I don't know. But it's just basically the games that are coming out. So obviously you got Kingdom Hearts 3. I know, Jonathan, you're waiting for that. Kingdom Hearts 3, obviously that comes out the 25th of Jan this year. The main game that we're waiting for is Resident Evil 2 Remake. But can't wait.
Not long now.
Can't wait. 25th of Jan. That's not long.
Nope. That's
not long at all. Anthem's meant to be coming the 22nd of February. I think Ladji might be interested in that game. So if Ladji gets it, I'll definitely go and check it out and see what that game's about. But that is a game that's coming this year, definitely. You know, could these are just like confirmed dates, basically? Oh,
I forgot to say, actually, regarding Resident Evil 2, apparently it's not confirmed. Yeah, there's apparently a Resident Evil 2 demo coming out later this week. Now, initial rumours said that it was just going to be an Xbox One demo, like Devil May Cry.
Yeah, like a timed exclusive demo or some bullshit like that. We were going to have a major
rant about that, but then just before we started broadcasting, there was someone I read somewhere else that it apparently is for Xbox, PS4 and PC, and if that's the case, then I'll be very happy. So if that demo comes out this week, I know what I'm doing this weekend, but apparently it's a 30-minute limited time offering of a demo. So
what? Wait, say that again, please.
You only have 30 minutes to play the demo.
You fucking kidding me? Oh my god. No,
it's literally a one-shot go at the demo. 30 minutes, that's all you get. Boom, go and play it.
That's bullshit.
Whether you can do that multiple times or not, I don't know, but I would assume so. But yeah, you've got a time limit. No.
That's bullshit. That's bullshit.
Well, I kind of like the idea because then you're really not giving too much away. I mean, there is a lot of gameplay out there already. There's a lot of the trailers, so in theory, most people kind of know what we're getting with this game.
What? So do you feel that because of all of that media that's already out in regards to the game, do you feel like it's a little bit of over saturation? Because that's how I feel. Like
it's the same for a lot of games though, but it depends. It's your choice whether you watch it or not.
I've just got to a point with like a lot of games that I'm personally into. Like when it's too much promotion, too much advertising.
It can get a bit much.
Yeah, I just shut down because I don't want to sit like. Do it is like when I'm convinced and I'm satisfied, then that's it. I don't want to see no more. Like, was it you've bought? No, I mean, like you've got me. You know what I mean, like so that's it.
We're buying it. It's on pre-order.
Yeah, man. Okay, well that'd be interesting.
I mean, my next game that I'm looking forward to after that is definitely Days Gone, which has been put back to the 26th of April. Obviously, your next game after that will be Devil May Cry 5, which I'm sure is March.
Oh, is it March? Okay,
end of March.
March.
So I'm not sure where you got August from, unless it's been put back and I haven't seen that.
Yeah, and Doom Eternal is coming out sometime in 2019. Which I don't mind. Like, Doom Eternal can, take a hot minute to come out because, like, when you got Resident Evil 2, you got Days Gone, you got Devil May Cry. That's more than enough games for me so far. You know what I'm saying? And that's not talking about the other stuff. And for someone like Jonathan, damn, you know what I mean? Like,
you're gonna have a busy year.
No, a busy, expensive year.
Yes.
A busy, expensive year.
And expensive.
You know what I mean? But it's a lot of. But there's a lot of games. Like, it's funny because I was actually saying to Jay the other day that, like, you know, like, it's kind of weird that how you go through periods like really dry patches where like nothing really comes out,
and then everything comes at once.
Yeah, everything comes at once and stuff, and it gets so congested to the point where
you get a backlog.
Yeah, where you get a backlog and you're focused all over the place, and you want to play this game, but you want to play that game, and like certain types of games might be like an RPG, another game might be like a a first person shooter, a type of game that requests and requires a different type of energy and a different amount of time you need to play it, so it can fuck you up sometimes, you know. And I know Jay's got a mad backlog.
Good luck, mate.
So yeah, I know he's good. Was it going to be swimming? You're also trying to stay above water with the games floating around him and shit.
Spoiled for choice, I think, is what some people might say.
Yeah, well, you know, better that than having nothing, right?
Yeah, that's very true. That is very true.
Is it? So what game are you looking forward to the most on there?
What, out of that little list?
Yeah.
Oh, Resident Evil 2, without doubt. I mean, for me, this is a first play of the game. I never played it when it came out in 1998, so I have no idea. So really, to me, this is like a brand new game. I'm a Resident Evil fan.
Yeah.
So yeah, Resident Evil 2 and Days Gone after that, definitely they're like... Yeah.
Days Gone.
Yeah, Days Gone.
So that they're like the two highlights.
Well, for you, might be more about you.
To be honest with you, the one I'm most looking forward to is probably Resident Evil 2 and Devil May Cry 5. Then I would say Days Gone, and then Doom Eternal. Like, probably
there's a lot more on that list for you.
Yeah, like literally in that order. But I will probably like if you threw in front of me like Devil May Cry 5 and Resident Evil 2 remake, I'll probably pick up Devil May Cry 5. That's the truth. Like,
Wow.
I probably picked that up first.
That Dante love is really.
But I will.
Burning hearts.
No, wait. But what I will say is that before I pick up there'd be a glitch. I'll be glitching, like trying to decide which one I'm gonna be. Like definitely that. But I probably would go for Devil May Cry first before Resident Evil. But Devil May Cry, you know what I mean? Like,
do you have a longer relationship with Devil May Cry than Resident Evil?
No, it's Resident Evil.
Okay.
It's Resident Evil. But I feel like
you just love the Dante.
It's weird. It's weird. It's like they both impacted me majorly, but in different ways.
Okay.
You know, like Devil May Cry was but so was Resident Evil. I don't know. It's just
either way, you've got two very good games to look forward to.
Yeah, I just feel super conflicted, but yeah.
Well, it's a good job they're not coming out at the same time, then, really, isn't it?
Yeah, I know. Thank God.
Then you've got a couple of months' grace at least.
Yeah. Thank you.
So what's next?
The next one is the games that we are kind of looking forward to that don't have release dates. So, you know, like
maybe we'll get some news at E3 for some of these games.
Well, the thing is that the last time that, like, you know, like any type of information's been out about any of these games is like probably late last year or like the E3 time, you know.
Yeah.
And you know, but there hasn't been any release dates and stuff. So you got like Cyberpunk for example. That's like one of your. That's
like when I first saw the trailer for Cyberpunk 2077. I what you call glitched hard, because this looks fucking amazing.
Yeah, glitch.
Like, this is a game that I badly want to play. Project Red looked like they've like put a lot of work into it. The graphics look amazing. The story looks like it's got like real potential. It's an open world. I can't wait to get my teeth into it. And
was it? You know, it's an RPG, right?
Yeah.
First person RPG.
Yeah.
Wait, so have you played any first person shooters or like first person games?
Not very many.
You might be alright because you've played one in VR, and I was like, even though that's more interactive, you still.
I still want to play this game.
Okay. Yeah, like for me, like at first I wasn't particularly interested, but obviously seeing the trailers and stuff. It was that 45-minute gameplay trailer that sold it.
Yeah.
I mean, sold it for me, and because I'm big into like, you know, Cyber City of Weedo, like them type of animes, and you know, and Watch Dogs with all the hacking and stuff.
Yeah, you do.
And
get to
first
hack
person shooters. Yeah, I know. And the first person shoot aspect of it and the RPG elements, I'm cool. You know what I mean? As long as it's not some online bullshit, then I'll be perfectly fine.
There's been no mention of that so far.
You know what I mean? But you know what I mean? So okay, so when would you like for the game to drop?
Well,
personally, and when do you think it's gonna drop?
There are some rumours, as always, around like new games around Cyberpunk. One point of note is keep an eye out for January the 10th of this year, which is 2 days away.
Okay.
For any potential, you're right.
Yeah, go on.
Any potential announcements towards this game, because they made an announcement on 10th of January last year regarding Cyberpunk. So maybe there may be something this year. But maybe that could be the release date announcement. Don't know.
I hope so.
The game apparently is currently in a fully playable state. But Project Red have said they are busy working on polishing the game, making sure that the quality is like high.
The quality, not quality, quality.
The high.
Because it's CD Projekt Red, so it's quality.
Quality possible.
No. Say it, quality.
Quality.
Okay.
Possible. And to make sure that, you know, the world is nicely rounded and polished and like to a high standard, which is good.
Yeah, I'm with it.
But they've also announced that there were no plans for a demo of this game before launch. No
what?
Demo.
Are you serious?
Yep. No demo of the game.
Why, man?
Well, I think that's nicer sometimes. It doesn't have to be a demo of every game.
Actually, maybe there'd be like some beta or something.
But the fact that it's...
Because, no, I mean, because beta these days are like demos.
The fact that it's in this state could point... I'm going to predict end of 2019.
You reckon?
Mm.
That's what I'm saying. This
maybe at the very worst it'll be early 2020.
This is gonna be I think this is probably gonna be.
But they are predicting massive sales for this game.
Yeah,
massive.
No doubt. When
it's on the top of a lot of people's lists.
Yeah, like no doubt. When the pre-orders come out, fuck, man, that's gonna be like quick. It's gonna be quick.
If there's a figurine for this.
Do you know what pissed me off here?
I think I'd be actually interested in a collector's item for this.
Was it? Have you seen the one that they gave to the press? They took the piss.
And if you, it's the one that they gave to their employees as well for Christmas. Like, it's just for a present.
Yeah.
But if they can produce, judging from like the comments and stuff that of like when they posted it, you need to make a collector's edition with some sort of figurine, because I think you'll be onto some serious money there.
Actually, they probably will, because they did it with The Witcher. Like there was actually figure. I think it was about
that's
three.
That's maybe one I've got my eye on then.
Yeah, like 3 figurines.
You don't have the space.
No, probably not.
So yeah. Anyway, what other games are in the pipeline that don't have a release date yet?
Okay, well, last time we heard about this, there was any credible information or any video or footage or anything.
Someone make my dreams
2015 Final Fantasy VII Remake. As far as I'm concerned, this game ain't coming out this year. This game probably ain't even gonna come out next year.
Never,
do you know what?
Probably.
This this game will probably come out like halfway through like PS5 or something, like the next console generation, because because Square Enix, when it comes to like working on projects and focusing on like a project, they're just all over the fucking place. It's like they stretch themselves thin, you know what I mean? Like you get developers that has an idea and concept, then they want to go make something else and they run off and go. It's just it's all over. I mean, it's all over the place when it comes to Square Enix.
Yeah.
The way that they've managed like so many of their IPs, like Final Fantasy 15 for example, they're so unorganized. And I just don't personally think, and the fact that they're talking about it's going to be like a 3 parts, you know what I mean, like 3.
Well, I know the original was like a 3-discer, but come on.
Yeah, but do you know, like, okay, like if it's
no bigger than the titles that they've done after it.
I know, but the thing is that but Final Fantasy 7 is a big game when you think about it. In terms of the story and everything you've got to go through, it is a big game, and I'm hoping and praying that if they incorporate like Crisis Core into it and stuff like that, then the game potentially could be a bigger game. So if they're saying it's gonna be like 3 parts, like 3, then cool, fair enough. No, but because of that, or if that is gonna happen, I just personally think we'll just be waiting for another 10 years. It's gotta be another Final Fantasy 15.
Right now it's a pipe dream.
Yeah, but it's a very beautiful pipe dream.
It is a very beautiful, and that is one game that I would want to platinum.
Yeah, whoa, platinum. Oh, shit. I don't know about that.
By the time it comes out, I may be ready to platinum a game like that.
Maybe.
I've got time to practice.
Yeah, but look, I mean, we're in 2019 now. Last time we even got any sort of information about this game was around about 2015. So
Square Enix were due an announcement or some sort of update, maybe at E3, please.
And part of the reason why I think it's going to take longer than what it probably would normally take, which is fucking long anyway, is because they gave it to CyberConnect to initially do, then they took it away after a year or how.
Stop fucking around with it and just get on with it.
Like
the fans want it.
Do what's crazy? How can you give a remake of such an iconic, idolized game like Final Fantasy VII to another company? Instead of doing it yourself? What, because you were too busy, or like because you couldn't? Then don't fucking announce it. Wait until you got the personnel.
Yeah, but Kingdom Hearts is now coming out, so
yeah, but
how long did that take to come out?
And that's my point. That's my point, and that's the reason why I'm saying that we will be waiting a fucking hot minute before this game.
But at least that's out of the way now, so they can maybe put a bit more focus into this Final Fantasy VII.
I hope so.
But
I really hope so.
We hope, we dream, but mostly we hope.
I really hope so. But so like our next game is The Last of Us 2. Again, there's no release date, but I'm hoping and praying it comes out late this year. Late this year.
I don't think on this one.
Like the latest
at E3.
I mean, the latest. No, it won't be though because I mean, because PlayStation's not gonna go and PlayStation exclusive, so nothing's gonna be at E3. But it doesn't mean that they can't. Do their own announcements through Twitter or live stream or just whatever.
Give us something, Naughty Dog, please.
You know, but
stop being all stealthy and silent and whatever. Just give us a damn release date. Give the fans what they want.
Yeah, like
now.
I personally think that it's probably gonna be late this year, early next year.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's what I'm expecting. But again, I can't wait for that. I can't wait. And please, Naughty Dog, release a figurine, collector's edition. Please.
Just Ellie.
What?
Ellie and Joel, or just Ellie. No extra other characters required. Thank you.
Oh shit!
I'm just putting my thought out there.
Okay.
That's what I want.
Yeah. Why is that?
Because that's what The Last of Us is to me. Ellie and Joel.
Okay.
That's it. No extra curricular characters.
Oh shit! Yeah. Oh look, your favorite game, Death Stranding.
It's not my favorite game. It's the Freaks game. That's his latest, newest something or other, and the man himself, can't pronounce his name, has
Hideo Kojima. You can say it.
That there could be a Death Stranding release for 2019. Now,
I don't believe that.
Knowing how much this man likes to fuck around, I don't believe it for 1 second.
I don't believe that.
But I'll give you the quote, which was, is 2019 the year of the whale? Please look forward to Death Stranding. Pick the bones out of that as you will. That's what he's quoted as saying. Fuck knows what it means. Fuck knows what the game about. I don't give two shits for this game at all.
What, the walking simulator, yeah?
Yeah. With Daryl from The Walking Dead.
No, I like Daryl.
Yeah, I like him. But
Yeah.
I wonder how far he had to walk.
No more than in The Walking Dead. No, actually, tell he's on his bike, innit? So he's not walking that much.
Maybe he just likes to walk. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Death Stranding. I don't think it's coming out this year. Personally speaking, it will
never come out.
No, it will eventually. If it does, I probably think it's probably going to be mid 2020. To be honest with you, I could potentially, to be honest with you, really and truly, I think this might be coming out on the next generation. That's just me. That's just me personally. Just because of the way I know Hideo Kojima can be. Yes.
Crazy.
No, he's not crazy. Was it very eccentric?
Yeah, crazy.
Whatever. Anyway, but but because it's weird, because it's like I'm not particularly, how can I explain it? It's like I'm not particularly looking forward to this game because I think what I've seen so far. No, wait. I'm not looking forward to this game because what I've seen so far looks amazing. Like, oh shit, I can't wait to play it. I'm sold. It's more to do with because I want to see what he's done.
Yeah, let's carry dead bodies and walk.
Yeah, but
sorry, I'm taking a piss.
Yeah, it's more of that. Like, that's what I'm more intrigued with than anything else. So I don't know, man. Like, in terms of like the hype and anticipation on my end is only because it's him, and I want to see what he does when it's not Metal Gear, when it's not Zone of the Enders, and when it's not Castlevania. I want to see what he's gonna do. That's literally it. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that I think it's going to be good. I'm not saying it's particularly going to be shit. I'm just really intrigued in what the game's going to be because no one don't know shit about the game.
Yeah.
And I think that's part of it. It's quite smart because, you know what I mean? Because like for people like me that's probably looked at the like the gameplay trailer, I looked at whatever trailer's thinking, what the fuck is going on? What's like no one don't really know what's going on. It still leaves that element of,
that's the whole point, I guess.
Yeah, and that's kind of the whole point. So yeah, I don't know, but I think this is coming out like next generation. If it comes out before that, then that's a bonus in my personal opinion.
We'll see.
Yes.
You can talk about the next two games because
so I'm kind of looking forward to Respawn Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, only because I think that this might be a VR game or have a VR feature that Ro and Laddie's been talking about.
Okay.
you know, because at first I thought they were talking about Beat Saber, and it's like no, it's not. Like, it's actually a Star Wars game.
Oh, is this the one where you potentially get to like use a lightsaber in VR?
Yeah, I think so. And if that is the case, then I'll be very, very interested.
Yeah, I'm bored with that.
No, I mean, because to be honest with you, in terms of Star Wars generally, I'm nearly worn out with Star Wars, like with the films and all that bullshit. I'm just, I mean, I'm like
you and a lot of people.
Yeah, like I'll go and watch it, but that love, that hype is very. I mean,
gone.
like, yeah, it's not gone, but it's on my. I mean, it's like a very thin string that's holding shit together. You know what I'm saying? A very, very see-through thin string.
Fishing wire.
Yeah, no, fishing wire is quite strong.
Yeah, but you can't see it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, but I can use it to like assassinate people, like in Hitman.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so but if it is gonna have it, if this is a VR game, because I haven't really done any research about it, but it popped into my head and I saw it online. I thought, oh shit, you know, I don't have a chance to do the proper research on it. I will do that. But if it does turn to be that this is going to be a VR game or have VR a feature in it where you can actually use the Jedi lightsaber, then that would be a reason to get a move stick.
Yeah, but they need to come down in price.
It's fucking expensive. Like, how can one move stick be nearly as expensive as like the VR arm? That doesn't even make any sense.
We need
anyway,
that's something we need to keep an eye on.
Yeah, that's another story.
Yes.
Yeah, that's another story.
What's the last game?
And another one. No, wait. Actually, so there's no release date on this Star Wars game, but I hope it comes out this year. Only because there isn't much that's meant to be coming out this year in terms of VR that I'm even remotely interested in.
Well,
so if this ends up being a VR game or has a VR feature on it where you can use a lightsaber and play the game or play a portion of the game or whatever it's going to be, then yes, please let it come out this year. Yeah. What about you? Like, would you be into?
I mean, I'm down for like playing with lightsabers.
Okay.
Totally.
Cool. The next one is Beyond Two Souls. Sorry, Beyond Good and Evil 2. Beyond Two Souls. I don't know why I said that.
Very different games.
Yeah, I know. I know that the original was a very, very big game, and when they announced this, even though I had never played it, and like everyone was like going hype and breaking down. Like just breaking down over it.
Okay.
And I could feel that love and passion through. Like from other people.
Okay.
There's like, this is meant to be, rumours saying it's meant to be coming out like, well, it's meant to be a beta that's meant to be dropping 2019.
What,
late 2019.
Okay.
Which leads me to believe that if the beta's coming out late 2019, then the game could potentially come out late 2019, maybe possibly early 2020. So for those out there who are a big fans of Beyond Good and Evil 2, you potentially got something to look forward to. I've seen trailers and stuff, and the game actually does look quite cool. So it's definitely a game that I'm kind of interested in, but only in terms of I want to like try it and get my hands on it. And
cool.
So yeah, and yeah, that's about it really. Apart from so I was gonna say, like, so obviously this is a new year, and we're soon approaching the end of this console cycle with the PS4 and stuff, and
still got another year at least.
Well, I don't know, maybe nearly 2 years when you think about it, depending on when the actual, depends on when the next hardware actually drops.
Yeah, PS5.
So it could potentially be around about 2 years, which gives us a fair bit of time to drop games and stuff like that. But I was actually thinking, like, do you think that there could be a possibility with the PS4 that we could probably get like like a new version of the VR headset, or do you think we could get like a PS4 Pro Slim, or anything in terms of like hardware? Or like do you think that because we're like approaching the end of the cycle in a few years, you reckon it's not really worth doing it?
I think realistically it's probably not worth doing it. I mean, when did the VR headset version 2 come out? Putting you on the spot.
When did it come out? I think it came out think it came out it might have came out early last year or the end of the year before.
So
I can't remember.
Then chances are there's not going to be a new VR
remember.
headset. If you're going to do that, you might as well do it with a PS5 and integrate it into that a little bit more somehow.
Okay, but what about there being like a PS4 Pro Slim or something?
Why?
I don't know, to get... Oh, it's my stomach. I'm feeling hungry. Oh, shit.
Sorry, it just growled at me.
Yeah. What's it? Okay, you got to remember, like, the one thing that I have noticed, especially with the PS3 going into the PS4 and the 360 going into the Xbox One, is that they still kind of especially with multi-platform games, they still made games for like the 360 when they was making it for the Xbox and the PlayStation. So like, even though we're coming to the end of it, because Sony sold so much, like a lot of people are not probably going to be able to afford to get the new hardware.
Would you want?
And even though that there's talks about it being backwards compatible. The new hardware's got to be backwards compatible and you're going to be able to play. People are going to have their PS4 Pro or their PS4. So
realistically, to me, it doesn't make any sense for a PS4 Pro Slim to come out, because you might as well just wait for the PS5, because it's not like the PS4. If a PS4 Pro Slim came out, it's not like it's going to be cheap. It's still going to be expensive.
No. But that's the whole point, though.
Why would you do that?
It literally would have to be cheap.
But it's not going to be.
No, it'd be cheaper than the PS4 Pro. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's still, to me, unless you're loaded, I don't see the point in why you would get the PS4 Pro Slim, and then say a year later you've got the PS5 coming out. What's the point in spending the money?
Yeah, because what I said, okay, so no one knows the specs of the PS5 or whatever it's going to be called.
Not yet.
So obviously it's going to be more powerful. When a console always comes out, it's always going to be relatively quite expensive, because most of like the hardware that they've got in the machine is going to be probably, like quite expensive components at first, and they always find a way to mass produce it cheaper. That's how they make money. So the whole point is that not everyone's probably going to be able to afford it, and because the PS4 has done so well and sold so well, it's that
now up to 91.6 million worldwide sales for the PS4.
Yeah, exactly. So therefore, like, for people that can't afford it, like, okay, like a lot of people actually don't actually have the Pro. So
I don't.
So to get,
I don't have a 4K TV.
Okay, but but a lot of people are probably, I'm assuming that people are probably more into getting a 4K TV now. Where it could potentially, I'm not too sure if it is or if it isn't, but I'm assuming that right now 4K TVs are becoming like maybe the standard. It's like maybe getting there maybe. So if that's the case, then people are probably going to want to get the Pro for that, and also it's like a stepping stone, and to the next console. So if you can't afford it, so think back now. So save the Pro. I can't remember how much the Pro is now. Say the Pro right now is £300 or £350, for example. Was it between that? And you make a PS4 Pro Slim and you make it for £200 or £250. That's like £100, £50 saving to get a Pro. So for people that don't have it, that's bought a new 4K TV, that's looking to get into that kind of stuff, they will buy it because it's a stepping stone for the.
That's
PS4, sorry, the PS5, and because they're probably still going to be making a lot of third-party games and so forth and so on, like for it, it's still a reason to keep it. It's
a nice idea, but I don't think it's going to happen.
No.
Okay. I think we'll see nothing.
No hardware, nothing.
Just games.
Okay, and what about your predictions for PS5 in terms of like hardware? Like, do you think that we're gonna get a new VR headset?
That would be nice. It makes more sense for the new hardware to be built with the next generation consoles.
Oh, okay. So you're saying that it should be sold together?
That would be a nice package, wouldn't it?
But that means it's gonna be super expensive.
Yeah.
So you need to give people a choice. Not everyone can afford it.
Yeah, but
like that's what Xbox tried to do. It doesn't have to
be bought just that way. You can have like the PS5 on its own, but you should maybe think about a PS5 plus VR bundle.
Okay.
That would be kind of cool.
Yeah. That'd be cool.
Like, because you could maybe do some sort of deal in there.
Yeah, but this is the thing as well. Like, this kind of leads back into the Madbox VR console. Is that could potentially influence, depending on how well that does, that could potentially influence what PlayStation does with their new VR headset, like in terms of the specs and the power. And also we don't know how powerful the PS5 is going to be as well. All that feeds into it. So therefore, like, it could end up being super expensive.
Well,
you know, and
hopefully we'll get some more news this year. That's all I can say, really, because I don't really want to
speculate too much on it.
No.
Okay. Well, anyway, so we're now down to our last topic, which is the game Dilly Dilly. What are you rolling your eyes for? Of the week. Anyway.
Jay's special section.
What do you mean my special section? It's everybody's special section.
No, see, this is the research that you do, because since you look on the PlayStation Store pretty much every day for Vita deals and stuff, so this is your section.
Oh shit. Yeah, but you got to remember, like, everyone wants cheap deals.
Of course.
Like on hardware.
And this is a service that we are providing.
Yeah, it is. It definitely is.
Letting the people know what's going on.
Okay, so for everybody out there, you know, I went online, scouring the net and stuff like that, and because we're in the month of January, you actually do get some cool deals.
Okay. What's on the Dilly Dilly today?
Yeah, but what we'll say that a lot of this isn't like, was it because we're in January and we've got a lot of deals and a lot of sales, you actually find that it's actually cheaper to buy certain games brand new than it is to buy it secondhand out of secondhand outlets.
Yeah, you got to do some research sometimes.
Yeah, you do. So, you know, so basically, I've like just looked for like the most popular recent games. That's like the main focus, to be honest with you, or games that we just like
enjoy and love.
Yeah, enjoy and love. You know, so obviously, because Resident Evil 2 remake is coming out like real soon. For those that don't have Resident Evil 7 and thinking about getting into it and experiencing that RE engine, which is a good engine, by the way, you can pick up Resident Evil 7 for the lovely price, brand new, from Game. I hate Game. $9.99.
Well, this just proves I messed it up, because pre-owned it's $14.99.
See, there you go.
How can it be cheaper brand new?
See that's how you know how fucked up Game is.
Yeah.
I can't stand them.
Enough said.
Anyway, you can pick up Farpoint, because it's like one of our favourite VR games.
Yeah.
You pick up from Shop2Net for £15.85p.
Bargain.
Which is the cheapest. It's even cheaper than on head and getting it out of like CX, which is really weird. Like I said to you, like CX raised a lot of their prices like last week. So you know, I mean, I saw Detroit Human in their second hand for £15. Now it's £25. I went in there the other day to go look at Snow Soul Calibur, £40.
That's holding its price.
Yeah, it is. Firewalls 0 hour, £25.99. Shop2Net again. No, actually, this ain't Shop2Net. This is Game. Fuck Game. I really don't like Game.
Carry on.
Yeah, Astrobot Rescue Mission. You know, Shop2Net, £27.85p.
That's a decent price.
Yeah, it's a very, very decent price. And again,
that only came out a month ago.
Yeah, and again, it's cheaper than a lot of these second-hand outlets that you're probably gonna come across, which is weird to me. You would think that they would actually like check to see the deals and the prices that, like, you know, the other the mainstream outlets are doing it for, but they just don't. It's weird. It's so weird. Anyway, and last but not least, because these are just mainly VR games, Tetris Effect for £27.85p.
However, it's currently sold out.
Yeah, they're currently sold out. But
this game has gone viral. I don't know what's going on with it. It's extremely popular. If you want that game, you've got to put yourself on some sort of like damn waiting list, because I tried to buy it just before Christmas, and yeah, it's still out of stock now. Yeah,
very out of stock. And also you can get the PlayStation VR bundle for 5 games from Shop2Net for £220 still.
Isn't that Argos?
No, it's Shop2Net.
Oh, okay. But
Yeah.
Argos did it as well.
Yeah, I know, but the thing with Shop2Net, they were sold out.
Oh, okay.
But I'm assuming that hopefully they will get more coming in, like sometime this month, because it is January and it is the sales and stuff. So you can only hope for that. Yeah.
What else you got?
Yeah, so as I was saying before, I was in CX and I saw Soul Calibur for £40 second hand, but you can get it from Shop2Net for £32.86p.
Such random prices.
I know, brand new. It's so weird. I know. Also, for those out there who do not have Red Dead Redemption, you can pick up from Shop2Net again for the lovely price of £49.85p. That's still like really, yeah, but
that's both systems as well, PS4
yeah,
and Xbox One.
Yeah, for both systems, but it's a godlike game, so I suppose
Allegedly,
because we haven't played it, but everyone says it's godlike. Allegedly. Battlefield 5, you can pick it up from £29.86p.
That hasn't had good reviews.
Shop2Net, yeah, I know it hasn't. That's why the prices drop, and it's dropping
quickly. Yeah,
quickly. But for those who haven't played it and don't care about the the negative reviews, then go and pick up and try it. It's not that much. And we got Marvel Spider-Man. You can, and it comes with a brand new and authentic adventure. You get the whole thing for...
That's a new DLC.
Yeah, it's a new DLC. You can get the whole thing for £34.85p from Shop2Net again, which is a really cool deal. Like brand new. Going
hard on the Shop2Net deals today.
Yeah, because they have the best deals. Normally, it would be between Shop2Net, CX, and maybe Amazon or something. But now it's just like Shop2Net are killing it. Yeah, it's weird. We've got Shadow of the Tomb Raider. For those who haven't played it, touched it,
it's a good game.
Cool game. You should definitely go and check that out if you love Tomb Raider or Uncharted. Go over to the dark side. You can pick it up for £27.85p from Shop2Net again. Forza Horizon, for those who got Xbox, you can pick it up brand new for £22.85p. Just Cause 4 with the Renegades DLC pack for £36.85p, all from Shop2Net again. And the last bunch is we've got FIFA 19 introducing UEFA Champions League for £28.85p, and that's it, all from Shop2Net. So that's basically the deal, the dilly of the week in terms of games and hardware. Do our best, try to look out for all sorts of deals, even though a lot of this is UK based and stuff like that. You can still order overseas from Shop2Net, and as far as I'm concerned, I'm not too sure about overseas, but they do free delivery, so it's definitely worth checking out. I'm not too sure about Game and other places. I'm sure they're going to charge you a lot of money to...
No, Game don't.
They don't?
No.
Allegedly. Anyway, because it's Game, I can't stand Game. Yeah, so that's basically the last topic that we have.
Well, no, we just have one slight bit. Just before Christmas, we, on our Instagram page at Sorta Casual Games, we announced a Christmas holiday giveaway bonanza. Bundle of like comics, little figurines, a belt buckle, some books, and some stickers. And the winner was Emmanuel Agaba, aka King Abes on Instagram, who hails all the way from Maryland, the United States of America. I posted that prize package out to him Friday just gone. Congratulations.
Yeah, so congratulations.
Keep your eye out on that Instagram page, as I said, at Sorta Casual Games, for more competitions in the future. Excuse me. Apologies for that.
Bless you.
But yeah, that was the final part of this, what feels like extremely long podcast.
Yes, it does feel a bit long and a bit all over the place, but we're still learning, we're still getting our feet wet, and the more we're
paddling right now.
Yeah, we're paddling like all dogs. Well, a cat. I like cats.
Cats don't like water.
Don't they?
No.
Well, I've seen cats that do like water.
Some do, some don't. But we're getting off topic.
Yeah. Anyway, so yes, I'd like to thank you all, for watching Sorta Casual Games. Thank you for watching the podcast. My name is Jay, aka MrGhostProtocol.
My name is Karen, aka Freezergirl77. Don't forget to check us out on Twitter and Instagram, Sorta Casual Games. Give us a like, give us a subscribe, pop some comments in below.
Yes, if you have any comments, then feel free to just to ask us anything. We will reply. And
anything
also,
you want us to talk about.
Yes, and also check out our podcast on SoundCloud.
Oh yeah,
we're on SoundCloud now, and what's it? SoundCloud's got to have something extra in terms of the podcast, so something that is not on YouTube. So if you check us out on SoundCloud, you get extra content there from us. So definitely check us out over there.
Cool.
And stuff. So yes, that's it. So thank you for watching. Happy fucking New Year.
For the last time.
Yeah, for the last time.
Mm-hmm.
What?
We can sign off now.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
See you later, man. What?
What's this?
I don't know what the fuck that is, man.
Okay.